राह संघर्ष की जो चलता है वही संसार को बदलता है। जिसने रातों से जंग जीती है सूर्य बनकर वही निकलता है। नमस्कार, welcome to Daily PT Pointers, and our first important headline is related to delimitation. Now, what is delimitation? So friends, it is the process of redrawing boundaries of Lok Sabha and state assembly constituencies based on a recent census to ensure that each seat has an almost equal number of voters. The job of delimitation is assigned to a high power body which is known as Delimitation Commission or a Boundary Commission. And do you know friends, Delimitation Commission is a high power body whose orders have the force of law and cannot be called in question before any court. The government reconstituted the Delimitation Commission for the 4 northeastern states and Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir on March 2020. An election commission notified the initiation of Assam's delimitation on December 2022. Our next important headline is related to Kerch Bridge, which recently came under attack. And now recently Russia also announced withdrawal from UN brokered deal that allowed Ukraine to export its grain via Black Sea. Now let's know more facts related to Kerch Bridge. So friends, it is a 19-kilometer long bridge which has 2 parallel rail and roadways. It was opened in 2018 by Russian President Vladimir Putin. As you can see here, it links Russian mainland to the Crimean Peninsula in the Black Sea. Our next important headline is related to National Health Mission, and it is in the news because according to recent study, measures taken by the National Health Mission have given a positive fillip to the health sector across the country over past 15 years. Now let's know more facts related to National Health Mission. So friends, it is a centrally sponsored scheme which envisages achievement of universal access to equitable, affordable and quality healthcare services that are accountable and responsive to people's need. It has 2 submissions and these are National Rural Health Mission and National Urban Health Mission. The main programmatic components include health system strengthening in rural and urban areas, reproductive, maternal, neonatal, child and adolescent health, and communicable and non-communicable diseases. Under the mission, financial and technical support is provided to states and union territories to strengthen their healthcare system. This article talks about Rule 176 and Rule 267 of Rajya Sabha. So friends, Rule 267 in Rajya Sabha refers to suspension of business of the day, which says any member may be with consent of chairman move that any rule may be suspended in its application to a motion related to the business listed before the council of that day, and if the motion is carried, the rule in question shall be suspended for the time being, provided further that this rule shall not apply where specific provision already exists for suspension of a rule under a particular chapter of the rules. And Rule 176 in Rajya Sabha refers to short discussion, which means a brief discussion not exceeding 2.5 hours. Our next important headline is related to UDAN Scheme, and it is in the news because recently it has been observed that there is increase in number of passengers under UDAN Scheme. Now let's know more facts related to UDAN Scheme. So friends, it was launched by Ministry of Civil Aviation in 2016 to enhance regional air connectivity from unserved and underserved airports in the country and making air travel affordable to the masses. It is a market-driven scheme, which means interested airlines, based on their assessment of demand on particular routes, submit their proposal at the time of bidding under UDAN Scheme. And do you know friends, in April 2023, Ministry of Civil Aviation has launched the 5th round of UDAN Scheme to further enhance the connectivity to remote and regional areas of the country and achieve the last mile connectivity. Our next important headline is related to One District, One Product. It is in the news because recently Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade launched its first collaboration with the government of Gujarat to promote the indigenous crafts and artisans of the state under One District One Product program. Now let's know more about the initiative. So friends, it is aimed at fostering balanced regional development across all districts of the country, and it aims to select, brand and promote at least one product from each district of the country for enabling holistic socio-economic growth across all regions. Our next important headline is related to Cell Broadcast Alert System. It is in the news because recently Department of Telecommunications announced collaboration with National Disaster Management Authority to conduct a cell broadcast alert system testing. Now, what is cell broadcast alert system? So friends, it is a state-of-art technology that allows to send critical and time-sensitive messages for disaster management to all mobile devices within a designated geographical area, irrespective of whether the recipients are residents or visitors. This ensures that important emergency information reaches as many people as possible in a timely manner. So friends, our next headline is related to Sewa Bhoj Yojana, which is a central sector scheme for providing reimbursement of central goods and services tax and central government share of integrated goods and services tax paid by charitable religious institutions on purchase of specific raw food items for serving free food to public and devotees. Our next important headline is related to Credit Guarantee Scheme, and it is in the news because recently government has launched the first ever Credit Guarantee Scheme for livestock sector for rebooting the rural economy by leveraging micro, small and medium enterprises. It is being implemented by Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry and Dairying under Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund to strengthen credit delivery system and facilitate smooth flow of credit to micro, small and medium enterprise engaged in livestock sector without hassles of collateral security. Our next and last important headline is related to India Climate Energy Dashboard 3.0. It is recently released by NITI Aayog, and it is the country's one-stop platform for near real-time data on energy sector, climate and related economic data sets based on government published sources. It enables users to freely access and analyze data sets using an analytical engine, right? So with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.